They both have families now, so
They do.
gotta provide. As we jump into Royal Blood for our first and potentially last quarterfinal match as well of the evening. We'll see how the rest of the bracket goes. Over here in the bottom left-hand quarter of the map, starting all the way in the bottom left-hand quarter of Royal Blood, we have our blue Zerg player coming out from the land of Korea. He's going to be representing KranKy Gaming, DKG. We have Dark.
And spawning in the top right-hand corner of Royal Blood, we have his opponents. We have the South Korean Protoss player, the best Protoss in the entire world, representing KranKy Gaming. It is herO. Oh, let's go.
Let's go. It's not just Gressvan where we're seeing this.
This is crazy. So I've only seen this done on Gressvan, by the way, but as you just said, Dark is willing to whip out the proxy hatch on many more maps than just Gressvan.
Oh, yeah. Now, part of me has to wonder if this is specifically a versus herO thing for Dark, or if he has kind of cracked the code a little bit and kind of realized, wait a minute, there's a way to do proxy hatch on every single one of these maps, or at least for Royal Blood. So yeah, that will make it a lot more unpredictable for him moving forward.
It really will, as herO does see it, by the way. His gateway finishes up and it is within range to spot that hatchery, so herO is aware. Meanwhile, this was a hatch gas pool opener from Dark, which means he's not going to be spine rushing. Well, I spoke too soon. One drone and a second drone is showing up here for those spine crawlers. Let's go, Bobby, let's go.
We're waiting for it. We're waiting for it. herO opted not to go for a Zealot first. Surprisingly, he's very confident in his play right now. Does he see the spine crawler? He doesn't. He doesn't see the spine crawlers.
Yeah, he doesn't know how committed this is. Thankfully, he does have a shield battery behind this. He's going for a robo as well. This is dangerous. So typically, there's two ways to defend against this. One is a robo, but the robo is typically in the main base, so it's safe from this Artosis pylon. There is one pylon powering everything, and if this robo gets depowered, then that's going to be it.
Yeah, it will be within range of the spine crawlers as well. If the spine crawlers just root themselves right on the edge of creep over there, this is herO knows right now.
This forge it's late.
Up.
Yeah, this forge is late as well.
Is very late.
Yeah, we have one gateway right now, and the warp gate is not done. The spine crawlers are going to be focusing down that pylon that we were talking about, and that pylon will depower everything.
That's literally game. I don't see a way. I don't see a way for herO to recover out shy of Dark just losing his power and losing his internet access.
Again, this was a very haphazard response here from herO. The robot was on the low ground. The forge was delayed as well, or it was late. We have no additional gateways in the main either. herO, he does have an immortal on the way, but before it comes out, there's just so much damage being done.
And it's on the way and not complete. One immortal can go a very long way, but after Guardian Shell gets activated, there's just way too much DPS here for Dark. He's even recommitting to his links. He's pumping out 18 of them at a time and sending them all the way across the map. Guardian Shell just got depleted with this immortal, by the way, and all three spine crawlers are in fact still alive.
They are still alive. The robo is being focused down. We do see herO trying to focus down those spine crawlers. Actually switches targets to the queen instead. This robo will fall. Well, the shield battery there.
Shield battery helping out. Two spine crawlers isn't enough DPS to overwhelm that, especially when you factor in battery overcharge. Here come a ton of banelings though.
Bannies are rolling on in. What do they want to go for? It looks like they're going for the cannon, the shield battery. That is not going to be enough, but the immortals are exposed, but the second immortal comes out.
Yeah, very weird choice there from Dark to try to send the slow banelings into the shield battery. herO, I was gonna say herO can defend, but he is starting to lose a lot back home. herO's not dead.
He's not dead.
I thought for sure he was dead.
The immortals, they're out of the open.
Dying.
He's gonna get surrounded.
Or will he? Yep, he will.
He will.
Oh, but the recall will barely save. one of these immortals.
That was actually really close. But
It really was.
Dark is all in. GG gets called. herO taps out, and Dark will take game at number 1.
Wow. Wow. Again, I don't know if this is specifically a versus herO thing or if Dark is feeling confident in the matchup. Is feeling confident to proxy hatch just in general. But this was you mentioned it halfway. It was a very haphazard defense coming out from herO. Yeah. Part of me wonders if, they were practicing beforehand, they were doing custom games, and Dark proxy hatched herO multiple times, but without the Spinecrawler rush. And so that may be why herO felt confident enough to just skip out on the Zealot first and foremost.
Yeah.
Then to skip out on the Forge until much, much later, and skip out on a couple of his other defenses as well. Mm-hmm. So part of me feels like this was Dark playing the player instead of playing the game, but I tell you what, there was a little moment where I thought herO could try to turn it around.
Yeah, he almost did. It was quite close, despite how disastrous the start of that defense was. Again, the correct kind of moves were being made, but just very late from herO. Typically a Robo can work. A Stargate can sometimes be better with Void Rays instead of Immortals. But the Forge was delayed as well, and you desperately need that Forge for added DPS for those cannons. And now we're getting into game 2.
Indeed, we are getting to game number 2 here on Gräsvan. We're in the bottom right-hand corner of the map. Spawning all the way to the bottom right-hand corner, we have our blue Zerg player coming down from the land of Korea. He, in fact, is going to be representing Dragon Kaizi Gaming, DKG,
Doing it again.
As well as something crew. I think we have confirmation. It's not Gosu crew.
It's not.
We have Dark.
And spawning in the top left-hand corner, once again about to be proxy hatched, we have the South Korean Protoss player representing Dragon Kaizi Gaming. Can he react a little bit better this time? It is herO. It's a different proxy hatch.
Yeah. Is a delayed Nexus proxy hatch instead of a please don't scout me and my spine crawlers proxy hatch.
Exactly, and I love this from here. He's already across the map. He's going to be delaying the hatchery, the second hatchery of Dark for as long as he can. Most likely going to be going for a pylon block as well. Meanwhile, this hatchery from Dark is designed to delay, as you were saying. It is not designed to complete.
Yeah, we'll see if herO takes this a bit more seriously than we saw Nightmare.
True.
Was it Nightmare, actually? Yeah, I think it was Nightmare. Try to deal with this against Ragnarok. So far, hero's still feeling very confident. Confident enough to skip out on his Reaper entirely.
Yeah, the Zealot is not going to be made here, and because of the pylon block, Dark is forced to take the unnatural natural as well, so some nice counter damage being done here by herO. Meanwhile, the DPS of these probes are not enough to really focus down this hatchery without the Zealot as well, so it's going to be cancelled in the end, and there's the Evo block as well.
Yeah, I love to see it. Such quick hands coming out from Dark.
Yeah, exactly. Very quick hands indeed, and with that, this is going to be delayed even further, and again, we're just punishing herO even more for not making that Zealot.
Yeah, which we'll see if it works out for him in the end. herO is rallying his Archons Adepts across the map. Evo Chamber finishes, though.
I mean, the Broodlings can focus down the probes. There we go. They're going to try and go for them as well, and that will cause another delay. Meanwhile, across the map, you were talking about it, we do have 2 Adepts racing out from herO, and Dark has to be careful here, as these 2 Adepts can one-shot workers.
Yeah, that's what they're going to try to do anyway. As he gets straight into the main base, but cancel right at the end.
Yeah, and these 2 Adepts are about to be met up by another 2 Adepts here from herO, as he did go for a 2-gate opener. We even have a proxy pylon being set up as well. herO is going for a delayed cannon rush.
What? What?
Let's go, Poppy. Let's go. The cannons are on the way. The forge was thrown down in the main base, and herO is going to be looking to try and force a kill on the natural base of Dark.
And you know what? He may be able to. 2 cannons are about to finish, and there are only a handful of small lings here.
Oh, yeah, exactly. And again, this is designed just to get a kill. This is kind of a quote-unquote macro cannon rush, but the forge was kept hidden, and it looks like this hatchery is going to go down.
Okay, not yet.
Oh, boy.
Like so.
It does go down. Dark forced to go into a 1 base all-in instead. We have a couple of roaches on the way. Lings as well flooding out behind this. What do we have at home to defend? Soon to be a shield battery. No overcharge as this Nexus is very delayed. We will have a force field.
Yeah, and sometimes that can make all the difference if you're able to completely split your opponent's army in half. You're gonna have a much easier time dealing with them, with those units one by one, instead of try to deal with them as a whole.
Yeah. Meanwhile, the robots in the main base, you love to see it, so it won't be depowered in case the natural is compromised. Roaches are rocking up. We have some Ravagers behind this. Dark is very committed with this push. He's behind in the worker count. He is struggling to get his natural up and running as well.
And we'll see if this works out for him. Oh, no! Oh, actually, I was gonna say that was a terrible time for Shade to complete, but actually, was it?
I mean, you know, the Adepts, they do manage to get out in the end. I do see a couple of Shades going to be threatening these Lings, though, as I guess we may not need them at home to defend. Yeah, they just go to cut off some reinforcements.
Yeah, as long as you have the shield battery, as long as you have this wall, you should be able to defend, but the wall falls just as we talk about that. Our Tosis pylon goes down, and it's not only canceling this battery overcharge, it's also shutting off most of herO's production in these 2 gateways.
Yeah.
Immortal is about to pop out, but at this point, I think it's too little too late.
2 games in a row, and our Tosis pylon is the bane here of herO's defense. He didn't have a backup pylon. The natural is compromised. This time, the Robo is safe in the main, so herO can try and defend on 1 base. He does still have a worker lead, but he doesn't have a shield battery ready.
He has a worker lead for now.
Yeah.
Everything we're talking about needs to be finished with that 1 line.
Exactly, as probes are falling left and right, the Immortal is exposed. The Biles did take down that shield battery, and herO, he is running out of steam. He almost has nothing left. A second Immortal's about to pop.
Yeah, and it definitely helps out a ton, but Ravagers are surprisingly sturdy against Immortals.
Yeah,
GG is called, and Dark takes a 2-0 victory against his teammate in a quicker fashion than his last game against Bjorn was. Wow. That was not quite what I was expecting, but I thoroughly enjoyed myself. I miss this version of Dark. I hope he plays more of these styles. These very hyper-aggressive styles.
Oh yeah, definitely. GG, well played. Congratulations to Dark as he does take the 2-0 and he eliminates herO from the tournament. herO maybe not having the best reactions or defense against these all-ins here from Dark, and oh boy, that spells the end of herO this week. If you remember last week, herO came out on top versus Dark, so they are trading a little bit in series, and Dark moves on to the semifinals.
Indeed, indeed he does. As we already have all of them ready. The first one is going to be Solar, who took out Reina 2-1, facing Max Pax, who took out Classic 2-0. And the second one is going to be Dark, who took out herO, as you can see here, going up against Clem, who got a walkover against Spirit, apparently.
Oh, that's a little bit unfortunate, but yeah, it looks like Spirit was otherwise occupied and Spirit couldn't play his series against Clem. So both semifinals are ready, and after that we'll have the grand final. So 3 series remain in this tournament, and as they do remain, Yaku, are you gonna be sticking around, or is it getting a little bit late?
I cannot right now. I cannot tonight, no. It is approaching late time around here, 10 p.m. Anyone can look that up. I was like, I should keep it mysterious. So I'm like, wait, Anyone can look up what time it is in Singapore. Yeah, it is approaching 10 p.m. So I do have to get ready, have something to eat, and then go to bed early tonight. But I thoroughly enjoyed myself so far from what the games we have been able to cover here, and I wish everyone else to enjoy the rest of the tournament.
Yes, thank you so much, Yaku, for joining me for the majority of the broadcast. Thank you so much. I always do appreciate it. I know that these tournaments, the KFC starts very late and it ends very late as well, so it's not ideal, especially if you do have to wake up early in the morning. So thank you so much, Yaku, and
I miss the old days where I could wake up at noon.
Smooch, puppy, smooch. But you know, if you want to listen to some more Yaku of the Zaku, I'm sure you'll be joining me later on this week for maybe some World Team League broadcasts. So it's not going to be over. It's not going to be the end. Potentially.
Yeah, we'll have to discuss that
okay.
some point.
Okay.
We'll have to discuss that at some
never
point
mind.
tomorrow or Friday. But
it's over.
Yeah, well, I'll still be here like next week at the very least.
There you go.
For ESL Asia probably.
It's all good.
And maybe some other stuff here and there. But with that, I bid you all adieu. And so does Fat Pikachu.
Pika. Do you think he's fat because he ate all the KFC? Is that what happened?
That is exactly what it is, yeah.
Aye. Okay, thank you so much, Yaku, for joining us. We'll see you next time.
Bye.